Welcome back to 1 Million Pumpkins Ranch for more public displays of homesteading. And today I'm going to show you a brand new tree that was given to us by a new friend. So first I'm going to collect some materials and then I'll show you where the tree has been planted. And then we're going to add some other stuff like mulch and branches and rocks and seeds to the basin where the new tree is planted. So first stop is the rabbit barn to get some rabbit mulch. We got some chickens in here. Get in here. Excuse me, ladies. All the rabbits are eating fresh cabbage leaves from the garden. As you can see, the rabbits produce a never-ending supply of awesome fertilizing mulch. Especially with all the babies. 24 babies. That's getting pretty full. I also have a nice sheet of cardboard. Let's see if I can get it past the tripod. Yes. I scored. Okay. That pretty much fills up the part. It's Peregrine and the Falconets. Right, so this cardboard, you'll see what I'm going to do with it, but it is charged with rabbit urine, and that's going to be a great planting medium. All right, here we go, over to the planting hole. Hello, David. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to try to read these when I can. Here's some shade to get out of the glare. Hello, CapCut guy. Welcome. Austin Espay. How long have I been live? 4.5 minutes. Well, Land, I don't poop standing up, but all these other critters do. What about you? Hey, Keith. Welcome. I'm gonna introduce the tree you gave us. So great to have a garden exchange with a neighbor. Go around the stockpile over to our son's container. Oops, I lost the pitchfork. Here we go. Hello, Marie. Welcome. Always love seeing you. Thanks so much for coming along. So here it is. Such a happy tree. The pot's scotch pine, a blue scotch pine. So it should grow pretty fast. Get pretty tall. Start off conical and then turn like a tall trunk with a canopy on top. And so this tree hole, who is meowing at me? This tree hole, Ivan dug this tree hole last year for a mesquite tree, but the mesquite tree, it came from Tucson and it did not like it here. So that didn't work. But it is a rainwater harvesting hole with a tiny little berm now. The berm could probably use being refreshed. So this tree hole gets filled up with less than an inch of rain because it collects everything coming off this driveway. It runs down, hits this little collection berm, and fills up this little basin. And then it also has a watering tube that goes about 3 feet deep with notches cut in it so that we can water the root zone. Hello, Sonali Adav. Love from Dubai. Welcome. Yes, Marie, I'm so glad that you came by. Love you too. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear what's in there right now, and then I'm going to lay down cardboard at the base of the tree. And what that will do, that will stop, the cat is rubbing against the tripod. That will stop the chickens and turkeys from scratching that up. Okay, so here I go. Sorry if Hui rubs against. He's rolling around on the ground, walking the tripod around. Anyways, maybe a better spot is right here. Okay. So here they come already. We've got nosy turkeys. Hi, nosy turkey ladies. I know, it's fascinating, isn't it? That's a big chunk of wood. It's already breaking down. All right, and look at all that good stuff. Plant food. So Kevin gave us some really nice organic material, soil mending mix. So that's down in the planting hole. When Ivan dug this out, he discovered it was still quite damp down at the bottom of the basin. Just demonstrates how good planting in these demi-lunes in the desert really harvests the water and keeps it available for your plants. So my action is really calling all the poultry over here. They want nothing more than to scratch it all up. All right, now to keep them from scratching that up, I'm going to just put some wood chunks on it. But I'm going to take you with me, and we're going to go get some rocks. All right, so that's how it looks with the cardboard. Let's see who's here. Keith says pine should do great with that plant, the giant basin, to really send the water deep. That's what we're hoping. I'm so excited. Thanks so much for giving us that. We traded a bunch of rabbit manure and seeds for this pine and made a new friend. Nice to meet you, Keith. Low 20s last night. It sure was cold. Yep. Hey, Raj. Glad you got a notification. Good to see you. You've got the fridge. Leslie, hello, welcome. KL Max OG. A zoologist? Sure, well, it's kind of a petting zoologist. Hello. Okay, next part of this is I've got some Johnny's seeds, sweet clover and white clover. And so these are older, 123, but we've had good luck with them so far lasting, even though they're older, and I'll just double plant. The cat is on my foot again. He wants to cat bomb the show, so let's show him to you. Hooey! There he is. Hooey! Right, so this is going to be the cover crop, is 2 kinds of clover, and we'll just find out when they germinate or if they germinate. And this is going to make the chickens scratch like crazy. Right? I don't want you to do that. So I'm going to plant so much that something's going to get left. I hope. Some. sweet clover. Now for some white clover. Watch out. How are you doing, big guy? There you are. The whole gang's here. Watch out. Good boy. Right, now that the clover is down, I'm going to put the rabbit mulch on top. Turkeys are getting into stuff over there. Cleopatra is here to have a look. Hi, Cleopatra. Yeah, Rock just chased Hooey clear out of here. Okay, now, that's not going to necessarily keep the chickens out of there. They're going to just dig that right up. Yep. Thank you, Keith. Rabbit mulch, rocks on top, the tube for watering. Thanks so much for your kind words. Now I'm going to put some, put the sticks on there for now, and then I'm going to take you rock hunting. All right, you may have noticed that I took pains to clear around the crown so that nothing decomposing is touching the crown of the tree. But the cardboard still forms a sheet mulch to protect it. And it's all gonna funnel water down into that basin. Yes, Keith, the animals get along. Honestly, those that don't, they get sequestered or they go to freezer camp. One example of not getting along but still not going to freezer camp is the father-son cat drama. All right. What are we looking at? We are looking at a planting basin. This is how to rainwater harvest in the high desert. We're off-grid in Arizona, and this berm here collects water that's running off from the driveway. So this driveway is hundreds of square feet of mostly compact soil, and so the water runoff is quite extraordinary, and it all funnels down into this basin that was dug a couple feet deep, and now it's got layers and layers of organic material and a brand new pine tree. And the pine tree is an example of off-grid community looking out for each other with a garden exchange. Manure and seeds for a pine tree and a new friend met and made. Med. That's me getting tongue-tied. Okay, so next stop, we're going down the hill and out the gate, and I'm going to get some rocks. Because it so happens here at our place, we're blessed with a wonderful layer of kind of different agate rocks mixed with the sand. This area of Arizona is at the bottom of the Colorado Plateau Formation. So that means we have layers and layers going back through the millions of years for different time periods on the planet. I'm going to drop off the pitchfork and then keep on going down. Right, so over all the millennia, there have been different deposits laid down, different volcanic happenings, water coming, water going, and so we've got layers. Where it's red and white, people say it looks like bacon. Oops. And I'm going past Aristocrat and his girls. Oh dear, I'm glad I came down here. They undid their squeeze. Oh, that's not okay. You guys, he opened up the squeeze and he's in there, and I need to get my son to help me because he's dangerous. I'm gonna go ahead and look at what you guys have to say, and then I'm gonna have to log off, get my son over here, and then I'll log back on for the rock hunt. So let's see. The Rumpelstiltskin. Ooh, the mulch around the plant is to hold water. Yes, and it's also to feed and attract the organic, the soil life. Drip irrigation would be suitable if we were not off-grid, and that's kind of like an outpost, so it's not close to one of the regular watering totes. We do stuff like, it has a plant water tube, so we fill that up. It holds more than 5 gallons, and it waters directly to the roots. MDK Emil, thank you for the big wavy colorful things. No shortage of rocks in Vernon, that's for sure. Over here we have a bit of a different thing going on. We've got sandy loam on this upper deck, and when we go do the rock hunt, after I deal with this sheep issue, we can look at the layers again more. So why don't you think about clicking that subscribe and the notification bell, and then you'll get a notification when I come back on. Thanks so much. See you in a few. Cheers and blessings.